We have the pleasure of having with us Dr. Wayne OTTO, OBE, 9 times World Karate Champion, coach of the national team of Norway since 2013. Thank you for being with us. So I have a few questions for you. First one, what are the main recommendations to the athlete's entourage in the management of the athlete's career?
Hi. I think the main recommendation for the Athletes Entourage Committee with regards to the management of athletes' career is to really provide good, sound advice for the athletes and also the people that surround the athletes, such as the parents and things like this, to find out information about various things that they can do, especially when they're coming to the end of their career. I think for us, our main goal should be to provide this information to make sure that there is a point of call where they can come, get the details, or at least we can point them in the right direction and give them advice. And I think this is probably the one major thing that we can do in order to help athletes manage their careers.
So how do you see the relationship between athletes and coaches?
This is always a difficult one. Well, not so difficult for me. I've been an athlete and I've been a coach. The relationship between coaches and athletes has to and has always been quite close. As an athlete develops in their career and they begin to get better at what they do, you know, the dialogue between the coach and the athlete takes a two-way street, and the coaches have to have a lot of understanding about the type of athlete that they have and the different type of athletes that they have. But I think one of the things that the athletes also have to have an understanding is about the type of coach that they have. For us, as a coach, it's always about trying to bring the best out of our athletes. So the coach's main function and the main purpose of a coach is obviously to get medals. But in order to get these medals, we have to have a close relationship with our coach, our athletes. And, you know, this is what every coach should strive to do.
Okay, thank you. So how do you see the relationship between sponsors and athletes?
Okay, as we start to obviously get more popular, a lot of sponsors are starting to come into the sport, and I think one of the things that we as the Athletes Entourage Committee have to do is to provide, again, sound information and sound advice to the athletes about what they should do, the things that they should consider doing, or things that they should consider asking when a potential sponsor comes knocking at their door. Sponsorship in a sport is necessary, and you know we cannot survive without it. But our job within the Athletes Entourage Committee is to make sure that the athletes are not so exploited and that they are taken care of and looked after. And I think we have a duty to be able to provide this information and make sure that this does not happen.
Okay, thank you. And finally, how do you see the evolution of coaching in the future?
The evolution of coaching. I think we're seeing a great thing at the moment with the new card system. It is bringing in a new dynamic to the sport. You know, coaches are now a little bit, much more involved with the fight. We have to pay much more attention. I see this as a good thing. However, we have to be careful not to rely so much on technology, but also to use our own instincts. And for me, I think just developing and getting better coaching, better understanding and development is something that we all can learn from and achieve.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.